Canada's swimming sensation, Summer McIntosh, has shattered her own world record in the women's 400-meter individual medley. She did it in spectacular fashion at the Canadian Olympic trials. The 17-year-old, yeah, she's 17, but she's already a two-time world champion, touched the wall in 4 minutes, 24.38 seconds, and that knocked nearly a second and a half off of her best set at last year's World Championship trials. McIntosh opened the meet with a win in the 400-meter freestyle, followed that up with another win in the 200-meter freestyle. That was on day 2. Joining me now is a smiling Nathan White, Associate Director of Swimming Canada. You have many reasons to smile. Nathan, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me. Easy to smile watching those clips of Summer last night, but there's so many ups and downs here at this meet. I think some of us had a tear in our eye just a few minutes ago. We've probably seen the end of an Olympic career for Catherine Saval, who was going for her bid for 4 Olympic Games, but we've seen great performances like Summer's world record, and we've also had 2 world records on the Paralympic side.
Let's talk a little bit about Summer. A second and a half that's a monstrous record breaker, isn't it?
I mean, people are talking about her just pushing the limits of what's possible for swimming, and it's pretty incredible to watch. She set that world record at the trials for World Championships last year here at this pool, the Toronto Pan Am Sports Center, and that was incredibly exciting. Last night was exciting as well, but you just have to take a step back to think about how she is making things that are not normal seem almost normal. Like her accomplishments, it's incredible accomplishment after incredible accomplishment here the last couple of years.
And she's only 17. I mean, that's still young for a swimmer.
Absolutely. And, that's what this meet is all about. Summer's a phenom at 17, but, we've also had a 32-year-old make his first Olympic team, after 5 attempts. He looks like he's in position to get his name called on Sunday night. That's Jeremy Bagshaw out of Victoria. It's swimming is a sport that can run the gamut. We've got phenoms. We've got people who've been working away at it and are making their dreams come true here this week.
And with Summer, any concerns that she's peaking too early for the Olympics, or is this everything is just looking good?
Well, we'll leave that to her and her coach, Brent Archie. She trains down in Florida now at the Sarasota Sharks, and they've obviously accomplished some great things together. And we're hoping to see that continue, and she'll be well supported on the team here this summer.
What makes her so good?
Well, there's obviously talent there, and she comes from an athletic family. Her mother was an Olympic swimmer, so certainly there's a bit of that. But there's also the work ethic. From a young age, Canadian coaches were identifying her as someone who could put in the work, who was coachable, and I've been able to go down to Sarasota a couple times and just see how hard she's working. She's swimming 10 times a week. There's dry land training on top of that. She is trying to find every edge to make this a really special year.
And you mentioned a couple of names. How are we looking for the Olympics? Give us some more names that we hopefully will see medal.
Well, pretty good. So we've got 11 swimmers who have made the priority 1 to be named to the Olympic team, as well as 9 for the Paralympic team. So there's some names that we've heard before that we're going to count on, people like Kylie Moss, Maggie McNeil, but there's also some newcomers. I mentioned Jeremy Bagshaw. We had a bit of a surprise young woman jump up in the 200 backstroke yesterday, Regan Rathwell out of Ottawa, who's battled some injuries. So you just never know who's gonna jump up at a meet like this and surprise.
Okay, well, we're looking forward to Paris. And Nathan, thanks very much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Nathan White is the Associate Director of Swimming Canada.